Hello, dear listeners, welcome to Dreamy Sleep Tales. Evelyn had never imagined that the winding cobblestone streets of her hometown could one day lead her back to the past she had once thought was lost forever. As an autumn breeze carried the nostalgic scent of rain-soaked earth and old, leather-bound books, memories of childhood laughter and secret hideaways resurfaced, gently stirring her soul. Now, as an accomplished art curator, renowned for her keen eye for beauty, she returned not just to oversee an exhibition at a beloved local gallery, but to unearth forgotten pieces of her heart. It had been nearly 15 years since she and Adrian had last met. In the golden days of their youth, they were inseparable. Two dreamers exploring every hidden nook of their small town. Under the sprawling oaks of the park, they shared whispered secrets and scribbled messages in the margins of notebooks. However, as the seasons changed and the world outside beckoned, their lives took different turns. Evelyn immersed herself in the world of art and creativity, while Adrian found solace in the precise language of architecture, designing spaces that blended heritage with innovation. Their parting was gradual, filled with tender goodbyes and promises that eventually faded into the background of life's relentless pace. Evelyn's return was catalyzed by an invitation to host a special exhibition at the very gallery where her love for art first blossomed. The gallery, a charming relic with stained glass windows that scattered colorful patterns on mosaic floors, had witnessed countless memories and heartfelt conversations over the decades. Now, it was not only a home for art, but also a repository of her own secret hopes. Every step through its familiar halls ignited memories, and with each memory came a question. Could fate, with its gentle, unseen hand, bring Adrian back into her life? On the evening of the exhibition's opening, the gallery buzzed with excitement and quiet reverence. Soft strains of classical music mingled with the murmurs of awe as visitors admired the curated masterpieces. Evelyn, dressed elegantly in a midnight blue gown, moved gracefully among her guests, discussing the subtle details of each piece. Yet, beneath her composed exterior, an undercurrent of anticipation pulsed through her veins. A silent wish that somewhere among the crowd, she might glimpse the familiar eyes of someone who had once meant the world to her. As the evening waned and the last guests lingered in intimate conversation, Evelyn's heart skipped a beat when her gaze met a pair of thoughtful eyes across the room. Adrian was there, standing by an exhibit of antique architectural sketches. His expression was calm and reflective, and a small, knowing smile played on his lips as if he too had been lost in memories. In that charged moment, time seemed to dissolve. The years melted away until only the present remained, where the two souls that had once shared endless summer days recognized each other in a silent, powerful exchange. Their initial conversation was delicate, a cautious exploration of rediscovery. They exchanged pleasantries, their voices imbued with the echoes of a shared past. Evelyn recalled how Adrian, with boundless curiosity, had once led adventures into every corner of their town. Adrian, in turn, remembered Evelyn as the girl who painted the world in brilliant hues of creativity and passion. Slowly, their dialogue deepened, moving beyond updates of their lives to reflections on the dreams they had once cradled and those they now nurtured. In the days that followed, Evelyn and Adrian found themselves drawn together like two celestial bodies in an orbit dictated by destiny. They met regularly, walking through the ancient park where memories grew like wildflowers, sharing quiet coffees in the corner cafe, and spending evenings discussing art, architecture, and life's infinite mysteries. Every encounter rekindled a spark that had never truly died. Beneath every laugh, every gentle smile, lay the undeniable current of something more profound, a love that had always been hidden, waiting patiently for its moment to be seen. One cool, clear afternoon, as they strolled along the riverbank, where water murmured its endless song, Evelyn broke the silence that had built up over weeks of rediscovery. I've always felt there was something unfinished, she murmured, her voice soft with the weight of unspoken truth. Even when we were young, in those fleeting moments, I knew you were meant to be more than just a friend. The words, tender and tentative, hung in the air like fragile glass ornaments in a quiet winter room. Adrian stopped walking, turning slowly to face her. The cool breeze tousled his hair as he absorbed her confession. I felt it too, he replied quietly, his voice thick with emotion. There were moments I wondered if the silence between us was just space waiting to be filled with something deeper, something we were both too afraid to name. His eyes glistened with the blend of longing and regret for lost time, and in that exchange, both found relief and hope. Their heartfelt confession marked the beginning of a new chapter, a journey that took them into the realms of vulnerability, honesty, and healing. They began to explore the labyrinth of their shared past, spending long afternoons rummaging through old photo albums, letters, and mementos that painted a vivid picture of their early days. Each photograph, each faded note, was a stepping stone that connected the vibrant tapestry of their history to the promise of a future they were only now daring to dream about. As autumn slowly gave way to winter, their bond deepened against a backdrop of crisp air and soft, falling snow. The chill outside made the warmth they found in each other even more pronounced. On one particularly clear winter night, under a vault of stars, Adrian led Evelyn to a secluded overlook where the town lay nestled below in shimmering quiet. The night was still, and the only sounds were the distant whispers of wind and the rhythmic beat of their hearts. "I have dreams," Adrian began, his voice steady and sincere. "I want to create spaces that honor the beauty of both history and hope. A living testament to the love that brought us together again." His words, laden with promise, sparked a light in Evelyn's eyes that mirrored the brilliance of the starry sky above. Moved by his declaration, Evelyn replied softly, "I spent years curating art to capture the essence of beauty and emotion. Yet, I now see that my heart was the canvas waiting for your touch to reveal its true colors." The words resonated with both of them, creating an unspoken pact that their newfound love was worth every risk. The early days of their reunion were filled with moments of quiet wonder and shared discovery. They revisited places where they had once roamed as carefree children: the old treehouse behind the school, the secret garden near the town's edge, and even the neglected playground that had seen so many first laughs and first tears. Each location was transformed by their presence, imbued with a magic that only rediscovered love can bring. In these sacred spaces, their conversations flowed freely. They spoke of the paths they had chosen, the ambitions that had driven them apart, and the dreams that had guided them back to one another. One rainy evening, as they found refuge in a quaint cafe, the steady patter of raindrops against the window became a backdrop to a conversation that dug deep into the fears and hopes they harbored. "I sometimes worry," Evelyn confessed, gazing into her coffee, "that the years we lost might always cast a shadow over what we have now." Adrian reached across the table, his warm hand covering hers. "Our past is not a burden," he whispered, "but the soil from which our future grows. Every moment, both the joyful and the painful, has led us here, to this precise point in time where we can finally be honest about our feelings." His reassurance was a salve to her uncertainties, and together they resolved to face whatever challenges might come with openness and courage. Their journey together was not without its trials. As they delved deeper into their rekindled relationship, old insecurities began to emerge. Adrian struggled with lingering guilt over the opportunities lost in the years they had spent apart. He confessed one late evening, as they sat by a crackling fireplace in his modest yet artfully designed living room, "Sometimes I feel that if we had not parted ways, perhaps our story would have unfolded differently. I mourn the lost years, even as I cherish what we have now." Evelyn, touched by his vulnerability, replied, "Every chapter of our story, including the painful ones, has brought us to this moment. Our love is richer for having endured separation and longing." Their conversation stretched deep into the night, reinforcing the truth that every heartache, every silent tear had been a necessary step toward rediscovering each other. As winter turned into a gentle spring, the town itself seemed to awaken anew. The gallery, once a sanctuary solely for artistic expression, had taken on a new role in their lives. It became a living chronicle of their journey, a place where art and architecture converged to celebrate the beauty of resilience and rebirth. Together, Evelyn and Adrian organized collaborative exhibitions that showcased the intersection of their worlds. Paintings inspired by ancient architectural marvels hung alongside meticulously crafted blueprints, each piece symbolizing the harmonious blend of past and present, of loss and rediscovery. Their renewed relationship began to ripple outward, influencing the community around them. Friends and neighbors noted the transformation in the once reserved couple. They saw two individuals who had grown not only individually, but together, drawing strength from shared dreams and the courage to embrace vulnerability. The town's cobblestone streets, lined with ivy and memories, seemed to echo with laughter and whispered promises, as if the very walls bore witness to a love story reborn. Amid this blossoming chapter, a turning point came during a long anticipated summer festival. The local fair, known for its vibrant colors and joyous atmosphere, provided the perfect backdrop for a moment that would change everything. During an afternoon filled with the sounds of music, the aroma of freshly baked treats, and the gentle hum of conversation, Adrian surprised Evelyn in a quiet corner of the festival grounds. With a tender smile and a heart full of hope, he knelt on a carpet of wildflowers. "Evelyn," he began, his voice steady yet filled with emotion. "Will you be the guiding light in my life? Will you marry me and join me in building a future that honors both our past and our dreams for tomorrow?" Tears welled in Evelyn's eyes as she whispered, "Yes, Adrian, 1,000 times yes." In that magical moment, their promise was sealed not just by a ring, but by the collective memories of years spent apart, and the promise of a future forged together. Their wedding, held in the old park where they had played as children, was a celebration of every chapter of their intertwined lives. Surrounded by family, friends, and the familiar echoes of youth, they exchanged vows that spoke of unwavering commitment, of embracing every facet of their shared journey. Each promise was a vow to honor the past, celebrate the present, and build a future where every moment, every joy, and every sorrow was cherished as a part of their unique story. In the years that followed, Evelyn and Adrian navigated life's complexities with a love that was both fierce and tender. They created a home filled with art and architectural marvels, a living gallery that chronicled their journey, where every room told a story of transformation, hope, and the beauty of rediscovered love. Their days were filled with quiet mornings over coffee, long walks through town, and evenings spent reminiscing about the past while dreaming about the future. Together, they built a life that was as much a work of art as it was a sanctuary of love. As time passed, the couple often found themselves on the porch of their quaint home, hands intertwined, watching the sun dip below the horizon. In those quiet moments, they reflected on the serendipity that had guided them back to one another. Evelyn's eyes, sparkling with the wisdom of experience, would often say, "We've traveled such a long road through loss, separation, and heartache, and yet every step was worth it, for it led us to this peace." Adrian, with equal fervor, would reply, "Our love is a blueprint for hope. Each day together is a new design, crafted from memories and dreams." Their reflections, spoken in hushed tones beneath the twilight sky, served as a reminder that true love grows stronger with every challenge overcome. The tapestry of their shared life was woven with both moments of intense passion and quiet introspection. They hosted gatherings for old friends and new, inviting the community to celebrate the union of art, architecture, and life's unpredictable beauty. In every corner of their home, there was a piece of the past, a childhood drawing, a worn-out sketch, a letter filled with dreams that reminded them of where they had come from and how far they had journeyed together. One rainy afternoon, as Evelyn sorted through old letters and photographs in the attic of their home, she discovered a faded journal that she and Adrian had kept during their teenage years. Each page was filled with scribbled dreams, secret hopes, and plans for a future that once seemed so tangible. Overwhelmed by the flood of memories, Evelyn sought out Adrian. Together, they spent hours poring over the pages, laughing softly at youthful optimism and pausing in silence as they reread words that had taken on new meaning in the light of time. In that intimate reunion with their past, they realized that every dream, every forgotten word, had been a stepping stone leading them back to one another. As summer turned into fall, the world outside mirrored the changes within their hearts. The gallery became a canvas for not just artistic expression, but for community healing. Evelyn curated a series of exhibitions that explored themes of loss, resilience, and rebirth. Adrian, ever the visionary, collaborated with local architects to design spaces that celebrated the town's heritage while looking to the future. Their work together resonated with those who had experienced heartbreak and hope, drawing people from near and far who sought to see beauty in both the scars and the triumphs of life. Even as the couple embraced new projects and shared successes, they also faced moments of uncertainty, times when old wounds threatened to resurface. During one particularly trying winter, when the days were short and the nights seemed endless, Evelyn found herself overwhelmed by a sudden wave of doubt. One night, as a fierce storm raged outside, she stood by the window watching the rain batter the glass, feeling isolated despite Adrian's quiet presence nearby. Sensing her distress, Adrian wrapped his arms around her and whispered, "In every storm, there is a promise of dawn. Our love is the shelter that will always keep us warm." His words, simple yet profound, reassured her that even in the darkest moments, their love would remain a beacon of hope. Their journey together, marked by both joyous highs and challenging lows, was a testament to the resilience of the human heart. The couple learned that love was not a static state, but a dynamic, ever-evolving force, one that demanded both vulnerability and courage. They embraced the understanding that every moment, whether filled with light or shadow, was a precious thread in the rich tapestry of their lives. Years later, as the town around them continued to grow and change, Evelyn and Adrian found solace in the constancy of their shared memories. Their love story had become a legend, whispered among the town's elders and celebrated in the laughter of children who played under the same ancient trees. In quiet interviews with local newspapers, Evelyn would speak of the transformative power of art and love, while Adrian would share insights on how architecture, like the human heart, required both strength and tenderness to endure. On the eve of their 20th anniversary, the couple organized a grand celebration at the gallery that had first reunited them. Friends, family, and community members gathered to honor not only the couple's journey, but also the enduring belief that love, no matter how hidden or delayed, always finds its way. The event was filled with speeches that recounted old stories, laughter that bridged past and present, and a promise that the legacy of their love would inspire generations to come. As the evening drew to a close and the last of the guests departed, Evelyn and Adrian sat side by side on the gallery's front steps, enveloped by the soft glow of lanterns. Looking out at the starlit sky, Evelyn reflected, "We've lived a story that was meant to be, one filled with both heartbreak and beauty." Adrian, with a tender smile, replied, "And every moment, every whispered secret of our past has been the quiet architect of our future." Their conversation, echoing in the serene night, reaffirmed that true love, when nurtured with understanding and care, transforms every fragment of life into a masterpiece. In the twilight years of their shared journey, as autumn leaves turn to gold and the chill of winter gently set in, Evelyn and Adrian continued to find beauty in the simplest moments. A shared cup of tea, a silent walk through a familiar lane, or the comforting rustle of pages in an old book. Their love, once hidden and tentative, had blossomed into a powerful force that defied time. It was a living testament to the idea that every lost moment, every silent regret, was part of a grand design that ultimately led them to each other. And so, beneath the ever-changing sky, with memories spanning decades and a future still unfolding, Evelyn and Adrian embraced the life they had built. A life where art met architecture, where dreams intertwined with reality, and where every heartbeat was a quiet celebration of a love that had been patiently waiting to be found. Their story was not just a relic of the past, but a vibrant, ongoing narrative that reminded everyone that true love, though sometimes hidden in the depths of time, is always destined to shine brightly. So, thank you for joining us on this journey through hidden love, from the first meeting to forever. As we close this chapter, let Evelyn and Adrian's story remind you that every twist of fate, every lost moment, and every quiet hope can lead to a new beginning. Their rediscovered bond is a testament to the idea that true love patiently waits, even when hidden behind the mists of time, and ultimately shines through every season of life. We hope you felt the warmth of their journey, the gentle unfolding of rediscovery, and the beauty of second chances. Remember, every chapter in our lives, no matter how challenging or unexpected, contributes to a masterpiece uniquely our own. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep believing in the magic of love and the promise of new beginnings.